Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Alistair and this is the Hoka Arahi 8. It's been a while since I reviewed the Arahi 7, quite a few years ago now, but I absolutely loved that shoe for what it was intended to be used for, which is daily training and for those who needed a stability shoe. For those use cases, it worked really well, and it has been one of my favorite stability shoes for a long time. So can the Arahi 8 improve on that foundation? Well, yes it has. It's actually a lot more refined now, so the fit in the upper is much better. It's also lighter, and the ride is much smoother than before. It's still very much a stability shoe, but now feels more natural underfoot. And that new fit in the upper is going to make this shoe more approachable to a lot more people with bigger feet, or more voluminous or wider feet. So a lot of people are going to be really happy to hear that, and if you've got average width feet, you're still going to really get on well with these. Well, that's the background. Let's kick off with the key specifications. First off, they cost $150, and I will let you know by the end of this review if I believe they're worth that price tag. They weigh 9.2 ounces or 261 grams. That's for a size US men's 9. That's lighter than the previous version, and actually it's very much noticeable on the run. And if you're wondering whether that's light when compared to other stability running shoes, well, yes, it is. It is a little bit lighter. It does beat the competition in that area. They have a drop of 8 millimeters from heel to toe. That is a higher drop than the previous version, but it doesn't particularly affect the ride. I'm not really a fan of high drops, and actually this feels very similar to the previous version, which was a 5 millimeter drop. The upper is using a dual layer jacquard mesh. It's very soft and it does conform very well to your feet. But it does come with a compromise, which I'll share in just a moment. There's also plenty of reflectivity all the way around the shoe, the big Hoka logo here. Also at the heel, you've got a nice strip of reflectivity there. The outsole has this podular design on there, meaning there is rubber compound in podded sections. It doesn't have 100% coverage. Neither did the previous version. You can see here on the Arahi 7, the white areas are exposed EVA foam. So far durability has been pretty good, but time will definitely tell how long these are going to last. I'm going to continue wearing them, so keep an eye out in the comments down below. I'll update this review if things go awry. This is a stability shoe, and it is now using Hoka's H-frame technology. Before it was using J-frame technology, and all that means is the extra support within the midsole geometry. So if you imagine a J, the bigger part of that J being on the medial side, helping those who overpronate, where their ankles kind of roll inwards, that larger section of the J would be on the medial or inside edge of the shoe, helping support your foot and stopping it rolling inwards. An H frame, which is what's in this new update, means it's very similar on both sides, the medial and the outside lateral edge, meaning it's not over-tailored towards overpronators. It's more of a balanced stability running shoe. So whether you supinate, that's rolling on the outside edge of your shoe or foot, or overpronate on the inside rolling edge, this shoe will offer really nice support for both scenarios. When it comes to sizing and fit, the Hoka Arahi 8 is still very much true to size, but there's more volume now. Before it felt a little bit snug on the Arahi 7. Now you've got more volume within the upper, and actually the toe box is much wider as well. So anyone who didn't like that snug feel, or if you have high volume or wide feet, you're gonna love the Arahi 8. It's gonna fit you really well. I have average size or medium width feet, and I absolutely love the feel of this update. I feel like there's more air within the shoe, helps regulate temperature a little bit better, which is good because this upper with the dual layer jacquard mesh is not as breathable as the previous version. So it's just as well there's more space in there to help regulate temperature a little bit better. Although there is more room within the shoe, my foot does feel well locked down, and the heel lockdown is excellent as well. I absolutely love the feel of these articulated heel counters at the rear. They do a really good job of allowing you to slip the shoes on really easily, but also they lock your foot within the shoe without putting too much pressure on the back of your Achilles. So the collars, that heel counter, and also the tongue has plenty of cushioning and padding. It feels super comfortable to slip your foot in, and honestly, Hoka has really hit the mark with the comfort levels and the fit of this shoe for me. It feels spot on. I've got no complaints at all. If you're enjoying this review so far, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. I always keep things genuine, honest, and as insightful as possible to help you decide whether or not the running shoes I'm currently reviewing are going to be best for you and your needs. But if at any point maybe I've left something out that you wanted to know about, you've got a question in your mind, drop it in the comments down below and I'll get back to you. I reply to everyone. And make sure you like the video. Really appreciate it when you guys do that. It makes me feel special. And I want to know your thoughts on this shoe. This isn't brand new, it's not just out, but I've only just got round to reviewing this one. So I want to know your thoughts on it. Have you been running in the Arahi 8? Do you like it? Do you prefer a different stability shoe? I want to get all your thoughts on this shoe in the comments. It's going to be super helpful for my subscribers and future subscribers. The more information they've got is going to really help them out to decide whether the shoes are going to be good for them or not. So, comments. Okay, let's get straight into the performance review. I'm going to start by talking about the ride and how the stability features feel. Well, I mentioned before, it is now using that H-frame technology within the midsole. Which, by the way, this midsole is using a dual density EVA foam. And what that does is give you a softer landing, but a more firm, more explosive takeoff. And the combination works really well, gives you really nice smooth transitions from heel or mid forefoot all the way to toe off. It feels fantastic. It feels really well grounded, but also stable. So back to the stability features and how that actually feels. The H-frame geometry within the midsole definitely feels different to the J-frame. It's less corrective, so to speak. If you don't have huge overpronation issues, you're really going to prefer how this feels. If you just want extra support, maybe you're a neutral runner, you want extra support for going longer distances, maybe your form starts to suffer over time and you just want a gentle correction, this shoe is absolutely great for that. It really does help out. But again, if you supinate, you roll on the outside edge of your foot, or you do overpronate to some degree, you're going to love the H-frame here because it does correct both sides of the shoe. The ride overall does feel a lot smoother than the Arahi 7. This is interesting because the drop has gone up by 3mm. So Hoka has added 3mm of foam to the heel end of the shoe. That does give you a much softer landing if you are a heel striker, which is great. If you are a forefoot striker, there still feels like there's enough cushioning in the front end of a shoe, and to be honest, it doesn't feel like an 8mm drop. It still feels very similar to the 5mm drop of the previous version. I really can't complain about the ride. It just somehow feels more grounded. It feels more stable for me. Maybe because I don't have overly corrective needs. I don't have a huge overpronation issue. Sure, my feet might roll in a little bit. That's kind of natural for most runners. And to be honest, the amount of correction on the Arahi 8 is probably just what I need. I guess the best way to explain it would be the fact that it feels less blocky on the run. It just feels a little bit more nimble, refined, and smooth. I've actually been quite surprised at how fast the Arahi 8 is as well. Especially for a stability running shoe. Most of them are a little bit slower, they're a bit more cushioned and protective whilst giving you those stability features. The Arahi 8 kind of feels a lot more versatile than most stability running shoes. It feels very lightweight, very nimble, grounded, and it feels like you can just pick up the pace when you need to. Sure, there are better dedicated tempo running shoes, but what I'm trying to say is if you do want one shoe to expand your range of training runs, then the Hoka Arahi 8 is the shoe that can do that. When it comes to outsole traction, it has been really good so far. I've been using it in wet conditions as well as dry on asphalt and concrete. It's been holding up really well, but I can already see some wear on this exposed foam section underneath. That's obviously going to get worse over time as the rubber compound wears down. You're going to be getting more contact on this area. That was one of the main downsides that I had with the Arahi 7. I had the same issue. The less rubber compound you got on the outsole, the lighter the shoe is going to be, but it's also going to be less durable as well. And that's obviously why Hoka is doing it. They've been able to keep the price down as well, keep the price at $150. For this shoe is actually really good, but durability is going to take a hit. So you've really got to think about that when buying this shoe. The heel lockdown is really nice in the shoe. I'm able to get a nice secure fit with this lacing setup or system. I like the fact that the tongue is very padded, so I am able to do the laces up tight and make sure there's no movement or slippage from my heel in the shoe. Breathability of the upper could definitely be improved. It's average at best, but then again, we are moving into colder months, so I'm not going to mark it down too much for that. It is going to be really good over fall and winter and even spring seasons. If you are running somewhere really hot, you're going to notice your feet heating up in these shoes. If you're wondering where the Arahi 8 is placing on my best stability running shoes roundup, well, follow that link up there. That'll take you to my website and my best stability running shoes roundup. On there, you'll easily be able to find the best stability running shoes suited to you. Is the Hoka Arahi 8 worth $150? Yes, very much so. I still love the Arahi. Yes, it's still got the durability issue on the outsole, but for $150, you get a stability running shoe that's very versatile. It is able to pick up the pace, so it's got a wide pace range. It's going to be good for keeping form if you are a neutral runner as well, so it just helps gently improve your gait over longer distances or longer times out running. And to be honest, it's going to be good for supinators and overpronators and everyone in between. The Hoka Arahi 8 is one of my favorite stability running shoes right now, and easily the best Arahi yet. Well, that's it from me. Really hope you enjoyed this Hoka Arahi 8 review. If you did, remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more running shoe reviews just like this one. Oh, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That'll let you know as soon as new videos drop. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.